Hello, hello, hello. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the game where he finally loses it. That's right. The gentle, subtle string of sanity that has been keeping me tethered to this world is finally being severed, and I will be free to roam the void of the ether. I don't know what I'm getting at. Hey, everyone. Thanks for stopping by. Today is I always say today's a special day. I guess, every day's a special day. That's kind of a fun thing to think about. Every day's a special day. Okay? Let's ruminate on that for a while. I think this game's actually about that. Um, Funnily enough, this is a game that I actually have some personal connection to, in that it was developed by a good friend of mine that was my TA at USC back when I was studying game design there. And it was his concept that we basically, he asked that I come on and help with a little bit. And so we did some prototyping work, mainly on level design and a little bit of, game design stuff on the prototype, which we then showed at Indiecade and later GDC, where we actually won the award for Best Student Game. I think that was back in 2017, I think. So yeah, this game has come a long way. Back when I was a part of it, it was called Close Your, and it has since been redeveloped, and I believe my good buddy Will, who runs the studio, partnered with Skybound Games and a few other publishers to get it made. So, I have not seen it since then. Yappers La Brea. All right, this is totally different. I'm not talking about LA even. I'm talking about a personal experience I had in university in a project that I worked on. Okay? This doesn't have to do with LA. you can't cheapen my story like that. It's an LA thing. Well, technically we developed it in LA, so you probably wouldn't understand if you weren't there. Son of a bitch. So yeah, look, I haven't played this game since like 2017, I guess, right? So that would have been what, 4 years? No, wait, more than that. 17. What year is it? Yeah, 4 years. It's been a while. And it's come a long way since then. So I am excited to see the final version. I hope you guys are down to see it too. It's also a game that I was promised by the head dev will make me cry. He said, I will literally bet you that you will be in tears at the end of this, which is cool because when we first showed off this game, I actually cut together the trailer, and we made people cry in the prototype. So, hopefully it makes people cry now too. Wait, I wonder if I can find the trailer somewhere. Do you want to find the old trailer? This is an exclusive look, never before seen, In fact, I think the trailer is uploaded on my own channel, unlisted, so I don't think it's even accessible otherwise. Let's see. Can't cry anymore? What happened? Run out of tears? Run out of tear ducts there, pal? Nothing left up in there? Just a bunch of dry eyes then, huh? Yes, face cam. So, unfortunately, the way the game works, well, hey there, Robaz. Thank you for the raid. Woo! You're here just in time. We're about to go play a really sad game that's gonna make me cry. Wait, they're already crying. Oh my god, they got a jump on you guys. You really gonna let Robaz viewers show you guys up? Come on. Where my viewers at? Start crying. Start crying. Combat their tears with your own. Mix them together. Make a big salty tear pot. Make a tear pot. Come on, make a tear pot. What are you doing? Ew. Here. Okay. Oh boy. All right. This is crazy. I've not seen this trailer since I made it, I feel like, which was years ago. So hold on. Before we get in, welcome everyone from Rob stream. I was just talking about this game we're about to play. I actually worked on back in university. Back on the there was a prototype of it that I helped develop, and we went and showed it off at some different conventions, and one of them was Indiecade, and I cut together the trailer for that. La Brea, LA. All right, fuck right off, guys. So here, let's go watch the reaction trailer that I cut together of the prototype, and then we can be like, wow, look how far it's come. All right? Let me know if the trailer is any good. You might also see some familiar faces in there, because, you know, they're all my LA friends, so... you know, any of my LA friends, maybe they came out my way. 2014. Wait a minute. This was much longer ago. I thought this was 2017. Of course it's 2014. God. Man, I'm old. All right. All right, it wasn't actually a secret webcam. We told them they were being filmed. All right, we're not, you know, scumbags. It's just, it looks cooler when you say secret. All right. Look at the prototype. Minecraft. Okay, so you can see the idea is every time they blink, it I remember the scene. Every time they blink, it like fast forwards them in time. Get hit by a car. I hope look, I don't know what the ending of this game is. I'm hoping it's not get hit by a car again. I hope we've come up with something, or they've come up with something different since then. Is that the ending before? Yeah, they get hit by a car and then they, you know. Oh yeah, there's the reactions.
Are you crazy?
Yeah, I'm so glad you liked it.
This is unbelievable.
You might need to play it another time to get the rest of it.
Yeah, so let's give it a shot, you know? Let's see if I cry. I hope the car is okay. Yeah. So it has come a long way since then, since the before times. And if you guys, oh, sound settings. Am I crazy? No, no sound settings. All right, give me a sec. Be good volume. Let's hope so. Okay. So because this game uses my webcam, I'm not able to set up my own webcam, but it'll be set up by the game. Okay, does that make sense? Still loud? Life is loud, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Hi, this is me. Let's put me up. Okay, hold on. No. I put in contacts for this freaking game. Yellow? Bro, I got a yellow light above me and I got the cheapest webcam I could find, you know? Because I don't value my my content. So I don't have proper color you know, white balance. Jaundice streamer. Alright, you guys gonna keep bullying me or can we go cry? Okay? Alright, I gotta stay in this box. Okay, look at the screen and blink. Okay, now it's gonna fill up every time I blink. I missed a couple. Okay. Good enough. And we can press spacebar to recalibrate whenever we want to, okay? The tough part is, I don't know how I'm gonna look at chat. Because if I look at chat, you may think that I'm blinking. And then I'm gonna lose time on my life. Alright, so you guys just might have to be patient. Okay, you ready? Wait. There I am. Wait. There. There we go. Okay, wait. Every time you blink, blink. Game will notice. Blink. See how this works? Blink. Try blinking on the white symbol. You see a metronome and blink. And jump forward. Oh boy. What's happening in the water? Oh, wait, books. Am I sinking?
Get away, you mucky fowls. That's mine.
Well, hello there, stranger. Whew. You're a real bright and shiny one, aren't you? I asked you for your name, but sadly you got no mouth to speak with, or hands to shake with, or nose to look down with.
What?
So we're gonna have to find another way. See, what you'll find is, even though you're no longer in your body's still inside of you, if that makes any sense. So, if you understand what I'm saying, blink over my hand here.
What if I blink over
You remember
here?
blinking, don't you? That thing you did 30,000 times a day?
30,000?
Would you do it already? My arm's getting tired.
No. I'm gonna be difficult. Oh, look how tired he looks. Evil run. Alright, fine. Fine.
Ooh, well look at that. You're a blinking genius.
It's teasing.
Yeah, I knew you were special. You see all them poor souls down there? Lost in the waves? I didn't choose any of them. I chose you.
It's you guys.
See, I just sometimes get a sort of a hunch, or what's a better word? Notion? A better word than that. Premonition. A premonition when a soul's worth pulling up. Nice see that tower out there? The big, scary one? That's where I'm taking you to see the gatekeeper. To be judged.
What?
I'm gonna present your case. Tell her the whole story of your entire life, from prow to stir. Now, if she's impressed, I get paid the Bitcoin, and you get yourself a spot in her magnificent city. If she ain't, well, I eat seagull for dinner again, and you, well, we don't have to worry about that, because I am the best orator you'll find on these sickly waters.
Uh-oh.
Class A storyteller, believe you me. Oh, shut up, you trash birds. You had your chances. It wasn't my fault you were no good. Layabouts.
We become bird.
Unsatisfactory. Clock watchers. I got some words for you. Sorry you had to hear that.
What the fuck? Why am I crying?
So sure, maybe I'm not the most verbose storyteller out there, but I know how to spin a yarn if I'm given something to work with. And that's where you come in. Your life. You're gonna show it to me. I want to see exactly what made you so absolutely great. So just think back to the very beginning, the first thing that you can remember. I'm gonna send you there.
Oh boy.
But understand, no matter how much you like it, you're not gonna be able to stay, all right? Every time you blink, you're going to jump forward in time. Could be a second, could be 5 years. That's just how this thing works. Alrighty then. I hope he's ready for this. Now, the next time that you blink, I'm gonna send you back. Now, don't be afraid, and don't try to fight it. Fuck. And just try to enjoy it this time.
Oh boy, you guys ready? Man, I'm spooked. I'm a little bit spooked. Me and Scoob date. Like after this, we're gonna go on a date. Okay. All right.
Look at that sun.
Where?
We've got a long, beautiful day
Oh.
ahead of us.
Dude, this is totally LA. Look at the weather.
Why are you smiling like that?
Wait.
You must really like it out here, huh? Well, I get that. I like it too.
Is that Mom? That rock has glasses.
Let's go get you some seashells. What do you say?
Okay.
You see that big spiky plant over there?
Wait. Yeah.
That's called an agave. 11 years from now, that plant will die so it can give birth to this tall, amazing tree covered in flowers. We'll have to keep our eyes on that one.
Okay. You got it, Mom. I shouldn't be doing this bit every single time. It's gonna kill me. All right.
The day really slipped away, didn't it? Oh well, days have a tendency to do that, I guess. Now, where's the first page of my piece? I can't find it anywhere.
Gosh.
Did I put it in here? No.
Gotta help Mom find her piece. Over there. No! Mom!
Okay. Go ahead, kid. Look at that.
Benny.
There's your little hand.
We have to make him do this every birthday.
That's a great idea. It'll really be something to see how he grows.
Thanks, Dad.
Oh, you want to play along with Mommy, don't you?
Yeah.
Give it time. I'm sure you'll be better than me soon
Oh,
enough.
let's do it now. Let's do it today. Fuck. God, this is already painful.
Sounds good, honey.
I'm sending it to my mentor next week. It has to be perfect.
Well, sounds pretty perfect to me.
Yeah, what do you like about it?
What do I like about it?
The
I like the music.
Oh, Dad, you blew it.
That's very specific.
I also like the person playing it.
Yeah, I worry that might have something to do with it.
Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 pop. Pop. Pop, pop, pop. I like Taba. I don't want to leave. Taba, come on back. Bop, 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 bop. Fuck.
Look at his little face.
Boat,
What do you think he's thinking about?
boat.
I don't know. Probably solving the problems of the
Boat.
universe.
Boat.
So,
Boat.
do you think he's going to be smart?
I don't see why not. I mean, we're both pretty smart.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's going to be,
Boat.
necessarily. No, it's not derivative. At least I didn't think it was. Do you think you could tell the other members of the
Oh.
selection committee what I just told you?
I did it.
Right.
Oh, it didn't come out right.
No, I'm sorry. I guess I just put a lot of expectation on this call. Okay, I understand. Thank you for considering my piece, John. It really means a lot.
Mama, look a boat. Mama!
Oh, that's sure a little mess of color.
Boat! It's boat. Boat!
Hey, we do not throw things in this house. If you're mad that you aren't good enough yet, you'll just...
She said we weren't good enough.
See? That used to be my piano.
Not boat.
My dad gave it to me. He loved music. Fled his home country just to have a chance to pursue it. God, he made me practice so much. I hated it at first. I think he hoped to make it further than conducting the high school choir. Never said anything, though. He was what you might call the strong, silent type.
Or
Can you believe I grew up in the snow
must.
and I came all the way
Consume.
out here to the
Lord.
beach? I don't even know how I got here. Your dad got his job and I just came with him. Like
Yeah.
a human suitcase.
Next page. Next page. Mom. Mom. Where's boat? Fuck.
Okay, Benny. Are you ready to see something really special?
Boat.
I just don't want him to get attached.
Boat.
Richard,
What?
that's the cutest thing I've ever seen.
It's broken.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I want a new one.
We can't keep him. Can we? I mean, I'm pretty much definitely allergic, so no, right?
No. We'll find someone to take him.
Not boat. Bless you.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Mom has gold.
There you go.
Eh.
Doesn't that make you feel happy?
Yeah.
Like you just want to jump up and down?
Yeah.
Now what about C minor? Do you
Eh.
remember how to play that one? Very good.
Yeah.
Just one note different. But that one sounds sad, doesn't it?
Eh.
Amazing what a difference one little change can make on how a person feels.
Bless you. Bless you, Mom.
Sort of like me and your little friend on your piano there.
I want to keep playing. That's not boat. That's land boat. I hate land boat. I like how the things that have movement are like what is, you know, maintained in memory. It's pretty cool.
She was in grad school studying composition. I never met anyone like her. I just prayed to God I could somehow keep up.
He shot his shot with his number there.
I think she liked that I was a professor. Gave me a certain gravitas in her
Oh,
eyes.
dating a professor?
Which I very quickly lost. God, she dragged me to so many places.
That's sick.
It was wonderful. Where would you want to go if you could only go to one?
Greece. Probably Egypt.
Now, you know the ancient Egyptians believed cats had godlike powers. They would have worshipped our little Ernie. Can you imagine? Sorry, Ernie. Born in the wrong time period, I guess.
Also Greece. Dad, I want both. That's not right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Wait, that's my piece. How did you figure out how to play that? Richard, are you hearing this?
What?
He's playing my piece. He must have figured it out by ear. I mean, I was a gifted kid, but he's
Finish
brilliant.
the piece. Finish the piece.
We need to get him into serious piano.
Finish the piece. Finish it quick.
Sure. But, you know, anyone who might be a good teacher for him?
What? I mean, in the city, sure. Not out here, I don't.
I mean, I know someone who might be up to the task. She's very gifted.
Richard, no one in this town knows anything. Maybe I'll just have to do it myself.
He's talking about you,
Good idea. I think that settles it.
dummy.
But who's this mysterious woman you're talking about? I hope you're not in love with her.
You know, I really was for a while, but then she revealed herself to be much stupider.
Dad. I cut it off at the worst possible time. That was flirting, but it didn't come across that way when he cut it off then. Like you and me, Scoob, we can go on a date. All right. All right.
Oh, God, I have my interview in 5 minutes and I completely forgot to feed him.
Oh, fuck. Cat.
Don't worry, I already did.
Pretty good.
For a moment, I forgot what a great father you are.
Focus on the interview, honey. I got this.
Boat. Where'd boat go?
Excuse me, of course, sir. It's all organized
There
into
he is.
folders, sitting
Oh, he
ready
got
on
bigger.
my kitchen table. They will literally be on your desk when you get in. What could possibly happen to the files between now and tomorrow morning? We are fine.
I'm getting better.
When's he coming?
I'm flying him out in February, remember? You know, I think he was pretty surprised that I could actually afford to do that.
Hey, why not? You're a working woman now.
Again.
I guess that's true.
Don't let it go to your head, but
With the
yeah.
shading. By Skady. Fuck.
This is called a metronome. We use it to measure time so we don't get lost in the music. I want you to start using it before Grandpa comes to visit. You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone.
Oh no. I don't know where this is going. I'm already sad.
What about your children? Thinking, you know, I might be a work of genius just as I was. He said, yes, I suppose. If you made a work of genius, I could live on. I haven't seen him in over 10 years. Can you believe that? I wonder if he'll even recognize me.
10 years. Where's Boat? Am I getting towards it? I'm moving, aren't I?
You really need to stay in time with the metronome, okay?
Minigame.
Subdivide the time. 1e and a 2e and a 3e and a 4e and a 1e and a 2e and a 3e and a 4e.
You're off.
I'm sorry.
You're off, Ben. You can't hear that?
Fuck.
There you go, buddy. Okay, now keep a firm grip on it, just like that. Oh my. Well, don't think you like that, pal. Sorry, buddy.
Where'd he go?
Turn around, Elle, so we can photograph you.
I'm just really behind right now. Why don't you take photos in the backyard? It may not be interesting at first, but if you keep going back out there every day, you'll be surprised by...
Oh, I'm struggling. Loud.
Ernie! Buddy!
Ernie!
House.
Ernie!
Ernie, we need you!
Yeah, basketball.
God, Elle, what if you got eaten by a coyote?
My sinuses would be eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
No, I said I'm really worried. Here, kitty. So you're saying it's a coincidence that it disappears for weeks and then comes back with a huge belly?
Ernie's a girl.
Ernie's a boy.
And you're sure about that?
Ridge.
Thought it was.
Uh-huh. And that was based on...
Plant.
You hold distance?
Say that one more time. I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't...
Fuck! Fuck!
He keeps coloring the grass blue, the ocean green, and then the sky red. Were you able to pick up the new book?
Yes. The Manila Galleon was of particular interest.
I meant Benny's book.
Oh, yeah. Got those two.
Really expensive, right?
Sure.
Can't put a price on learning.
I mean, they did. And it's beautifully big. I know, it seems impossible that you could ever play something so complex. But just take it one day at a time. Trust me.
We got it this time. Not good. Halloween.
You're really getting there, honey. Next week we'll start working on your other hand. Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
We're good now.
Okay.
Oh,
Two
no, I can't.
brackets on each side.
I'll help, Dad.
The quiz said find the zero.
Fuck. Oh no, I snapped him into an F. Dad turned into an F. I'm sorry. Criken, slow down. Look, in the past, when you click on things that are like have the little eye on them, then it turns into a a new thing. Like it progresses. I didn't mean for it to get rid of the old thing. Ugh. You just gotta accept that we can't stay in the moment, guys. That's the game, you know? Alright. Wait, how'd I get here?
Congratulations, B! First of many, I'd assume.
Oh shit, we got a shit ton of rewards.
I want that box full by the time I come in there. If you don't play with it anymore, we're getting rid of it.
Boat! Oh, thank God, Boat's still here. Surfing. Computer. Oh.
This isn't my house. It's not
Is that
my
neighbor?
house.
Right, it's my house. You have 5 minutes to get down. I'll drive it back and you up there.
You're not my house. You're not.
I made a bird. Wait. Hello.
Fall back, you fool. I'll have your heads. I'll feed them to the cat.
Chloe, come play inside.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. Come over here.
I can't move. How about you come over here?
Yes, Mr. Camera Boy. I'm talking to you.
I'm moving. My first steps. Dude, get the camera down.
Why are you always out here taking photos?
It's not a good look.
You know, if you really want to take a photo of something cool, you should take a photo of this.
Chloe!
Oh shoot, I think I gotta go. But, try to take a photo of me running into my house. I'm pretty fast, so I don't think you'll be able to. But you can try.
Got it.
What the hell? How did he do that?
Quiet, everyone.
What the hell?
Benny's about to play for us.
Wow, L, he's unbelievable. My God, I didn't realize our head of accounting was raising a musical prodigy.
Didn't you used to be a composer yourself, Elle?
No, I don't know if I'd say that.
But you used to write your own music, right?
Yeah, but I haven't done that in years. Not since he was 4 or 5 years old.
And what do you do, Richard?
He's a professor.
Of what?
Well, no one really knows.
No, I mean, what's his field?
It's maritime archaeology.
Very cool.
But no one really knows what it means.
Unknown legend.
It's kind of one of those professions that stops a dinner party short.
Okay, more wine?
I'll have a little more wine, please.
Nah, what a shock.
If I play better, they'll stay together. Oh, it's just so true.
class is world history. My name is Mr. Isaac. The class will be broken up in
Hey, you.
units.
Next door.
Look on your desk. I wrote you something.
Learning everything you need to know about civilization.
Dear weird neighbor kid, please keep in mind that while we're at school, we don't know each other. Do not talk to me ever. Love, Chloe.
Don't even look at me.
This is a quote.
Okay.
I want each of you to write it down. Not doodle on the sidelines, not stare off into space.
Oh fuck, I didn't.
Okay.
I wrote outside the
Now,
lines.
I will go on to the next slide. Chloe, tell me, what did the quote say?
Right, I definitely know this.
You were taking notes, weren't you, Chloe?
Oh, yes, of course. So, those who do not remember the past, repeat the past. That's right, right?
Indeed it is. Though I'd prefer you to answer without the help of your boyfriend next time. If
You broke
we
my no
do
talking
not
rule,
act
but
account
I asked you
past,
to, so
we are destined
I guess I'll have to let
embarrass
you live.
ourselves in all sorts of ways.
He blushes.
Now, on to what you've all been waiting for. Grades. Assessments. 60%. Those are tests.
I put them on top of each other.
Class work. 20%. That's work we do while at class. Participation. 20%. I will give you a moment to write this all down.
I tried to convince your father not to buy you that thing, but he insisted. Half suspect he bought it for himself.
Video game?
The little guys are pretty cute, though. I will admit that.
Consters!
Oh, I want the job of whoever gets paid to think of that crap.
Consters. A new contestant has approached. At long last, your favorite conster are ready for battle for the playscape. Join Marcy and her four sad brothers as they search for their lost mother, legendary Queen Conch. Interrupt gooey monsters with Dr. Ebb's potented seashells and chorus them into spectacular battles. Clam Dunk, Lobstar, Shrump, Barnacles. Fuck. Which one's your favorite? Clam Dunk's my favorite.
Definitely seen you next door, but I didn't realize you guys had become friends.
Oh, sure. We sit together in history
Is that
class.
Lobstar?
I don't know what I'd do without
That's
old
Barnacles?
Benny.
Very sweet. Thank you for playing this game with him.
It
Your
is
dad
Lobstar.
just thanked me for hanging out with you?
Sad.
That's a very
Fuck! I didn't blink that time!
It's called a magnet school. It's about an hour away in a town called Burt. I know that change can be scary, but I just want you to go in and meet the dean I spoke with. You know, life can take you to some
Then I
incredible
have to leave
places
Chloe.
if you're really, really good at something. It's just, I've had so much trouble making friends at Playco. I want you at a place where people really get you.
What about what I want, Mom?
So what do you think, Benjamin? You think you could excel in that sort of an environment?
Sorry, he gets very shy.
Oh, not to worry. If he's as gifted as you say he is, shyness is no problem. Why don't you two come back closer to the end of the year for an audition? We'll get a few pieces that you can have him start learning. I'm eager to hear what your son is capable of. So, I understand you were a musician yourself. Where did you study?
Oh, Berkeley. But I was in the composition department.
Ah, and who did you study under?
John MacDonald?
I understand he's very difficult.
Yes. Taciturn is the word I used.
Taciturn. Yes. People have described me that way, if you can believe it.
Oh, I would never say that about you.
Thank you. I wouldn't either.
You seem very warm.
I looked at chat.
As you can see, there are some very fast runs in there. And a lot of stuff I've not taught you properly yet. So no pressure. I just want you to try.
No pressure.
And we can see if you start enjoying it. Just like to see you really rise to the occasion. Just this once.
Just this once.
I wish I had the option of going to a school like that when I was your age. I wouldn't be working this boring job or living in this boring town, I'll tell you that.
Keep it. Do it for Mom.
Don't answer that, Ben. You can talk to your friend after you practice. Oh my God. Is she really calling you again? What, is she obsessed with you?
So listen, I found a construct.
What are you doing? I explicitly asked you not to pick up the phone.
Oh, he's fine. Let's talk to her.
Oh, what do you know about anything that's going on right now?
Okay, you know, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't raise your voice like that.
Well, then don't stick your nose into things that you're completely checked out of.
Okay.
Oh man,
Maybe
did I just cause a fight with your parents?
I actually think the
I'm
fact
sorry,
that it
dude,
checked out means
but
that
you
we'll
should
sort of
also
tilt to
cherish
the ocean
these
here a little
moments.
bit.
My mom and dad used to fight, and I would always hate it, but now I actually miss it a lot. Anyway, so basically across the board, crustacean types perform well against mollusk types. So we gotta be leaning on lobster a lot more in these feedbacks.
I fucking love this.
Anubis, in the presence of Ma'at, who you remember is the goddess of truth and justice, would weigh the deceased soul against a feather, determining whether it was worthy of entering into her land of the dead. And what if they are deemed unworthy? Well, you can see that ugly fur ball under the scale? That is Amamet, and she's got... and
Mr.
yes, that's a
Kid.
she,
Over
the
here.
head of a
have a name.
crocodile,
Yes.
fur of a lion,
Look at it.
see, and the body of a hippopotamus, though I would not say that to her face.
Tonight,
Now,
after my dad goes to sleep, I'm going to
as you
sneak
can
out my
see,
house and go sleep
she
on the
is ready
beach.
to devour
If you want to get invited, draw me a
any
picture
the
of Mr.
deceased
Isaac
who do
feeling
not pass
constipated.
judgment.
Love weird neighborhood
Sort
kid.
of like me with your weekly quizzes. So I am not quite sure why I don't hear more frantic scribbling right now.
Ew. Why is he so scared looking?
Okay, I'll call you when I...
Wait, what happened to my webcam? That was
Slightly worried
weird.
about having him change schools just as he's starting to make friends.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the only reason she keeps coming here is to play that game you bought for him.
Okay, well, listen, I don't claim to understand the motives of children.
Richard.
But I,
Benny has a chance here. A real chance to be really good at something. I mean this with no offense at all. But I don't think you actually really understand what that is.
no, I suppose you're right.
Oh, Richard, please. God, why are you like that? Lights out. You need to be rested for tomorrow. Memory consolidates when you're asleep. So if you go to sleep now, you will awaken a master. Trust me.
Oh, was this beach day? Why did it all have to be the same day?
To turn the lights off.
Benny, Mom says turn the lights off.
Not Mom says, you say.
Benny, I say turn the lights off, not just Mom.
Killing me, Richard.
I'm trying.
We're supposed to be United Front.
United
Like
Front.
that.
Benny, damn it.
Benny, turn those lights off.
Where?
Anybody? Your mom wants the light. Benny, we want the lights off.
Fuck.
Wow, didn't think you'd actually pick up. I'm a sticky for a baby. I apologize. Okay, so meet me out in the alley in T minus now, okay? Chloe, out.
I'm a cat.
You know, I'm really glad you're here. There's something I've been meaning to talk to you about. Or to get off my chest. Okay. I don't think Kongsters is actually a really good game. My cousin Yoon, he was in town this weekend, and he was explaining how it's actually a ripoff of a really good Japanese game. He calls it a cash grab. So I'm sorry that I made you like it because it's actually a terrible game. But I also think that if it was a really good game, maybe we wouldn't have enjoyed playing it as much. We would have been so focused on how good it was and not the feelings we had while we were playing it. Like, my favorite vegetable is the tomato, but Yoon thinks that they're the grossest ever. And you're probably the least popular boy in the school, but I also like hanging out with you the most. Which was also something I wanted to talk to you about. I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone. So this has been a big surprise for me this year, in a lot of ways. I think I like that you let me talk. My cousin never lets me talk. My dad does, but I can tell he's not really listening.
Probably didn't sleep at all. Out in the cold all night.
Fuck.
You're already feeling sick, aren't you? It's okay, you still got this. I mean, all the practice had to count for something. Maybe just try and close your eyes now and get a little sleep on the way over. I'm going to play the recording so the sound of mastery can seep into your subconscious a little, okay? Close your eyes, Ben.
In your own time, Benjamin, we are very excited to hear.
This is fucked.
Oh, okay. I think that's enough. So, Benjamin, why don't we plan on having you come back next year again, once you've had a bit more time to practice? Yes? As you know, Burton isn't the right fit for every student, and I wish you the best of luck on your path, wherever it may take you.
Maybe I pushed you too hard. Maybe I turned into my own father. I don't know. You have to find something to focus on. The world isn't very kind to people who aren't really good at something. I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
We want him home from school for a while. Just until this nasty thing clears. Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office? There's a small clerical thing I need you to look at before I can let you two go.
Oh, yes, of course. I'll be right back, Benny, okay?
Just maybe 5 minutes, kiddo, okay?
Jared's like boat.
It's such a crucial time in his development. He shouldn't be confined to his room.
Oh, man.
This isn't video game time.
Playscape.
I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school.
Playscape. Playscape? Boat! Boat! I'm gonna stay here forever. Boat. It's a damn good boat. It's a damn good boat, Bunny. Boat 2. Dad, I'm busy building boat.
He's gone. He's becoming completely obsessed.
Oh fuck. Is this our new thing?
Why isn't your son eating with us, Al?
Oh.
No. You mean young Vincent? Well, ever since he got sick, all he does is make art. What about his piano?
Oh, he doesn't play much anymore. You have to see how good he's got it.
Oh.
And Mr. Benjamin Bryn has been awarded first place.
I did the boat. Art school. Boat. In this short paragraph, describe what I just drew the application. God, I'm a fucking bastard.
You are not here to learn to be
It worked.
painters. You are here to learn to be artists. And although I was hired to teach you, it is a sham. There is no teaching art. So don't just sit there slack-jawed. Make art, you ponies! Oh.
Oh my.
Oh, how very wacky and fun these are. It's very zany, very kitsch. Lucky for you, the world is always in need of more greeting.
Bro, you can't say that to me.
There you go, Mr. Bryn. Feel each shape.
Biscotti.
I want you all to take a long look at what Mr. Bryn has done here. You see, he has reached down deep within himself and created a masterpiece. I pray you have a strong hold on yourself, Mr. Bryn. For I fear a talent like these, you may soon be swept away by a
By what? Oh, shit.
I'm stunned. The ironic sincerity of this piece is so sincerely ironic.
He's flipped the discourse so thoroughly, I'm actually dizzy.
I know that lots of agents gave you lots of cards, and it all probably feels weird and alienating and the opposite of what being a starving artist is supposed to feel like. But if I can teach you one thing, it's that if opportunity knocks, you open the door. Making a living isn't selling out. I wish I had thought of it that way.
Benjamin! Marvelous show last week. Truly stunning. I've never been prouder. One little thing. A birdie told me that Elba Pressenhuber gave you her card. Now, I want you to cut that card into little pieces and feed it to an alley cat. Elba Pressenhuber is not in the business of the arts. Elba Pressenhuber is in the business of business. And you, child, you are no businessman. You are an artist. Live like one.
Don't worry. You're not selling your soul.
Money.
I've got a good feeling about you.
I wrote it on the wrong click.
To actually making some money with one's art. Lord knows I could never do it.
Thanks, Mom.
Ooh, that's good. So, now that you've made it, tell me, what are you going to do with it?
I'm buy a boat.
Besides buying me fancy dinners like this every...
Fuck. Remember Egypt? Remember Egypt? Fuck. No, I wanted the other one. Bird.
Honey, stop. Is that Benjamin Bryn?
Oh my god. I think it is.
Of all places.
It's awful. Uh-oh. I'm drunk at the wheel.
Hey, honey. Your work's incredible. The new stuff is wowing us all. But Ben,
Oops.
I've had an idea. You know, the critics are fickle. How about if you go back to your roots? Paint something meaningful, personal, close to your heart.
Boat?
Hey, Ben. Don't even pick up this call, okay? I mean it. I'm just calling to inform you that I went to the doctor today, and, well, I'm going to be a little sick for a while, but really, I don't want you worrying about it at all. You're at such an important moment. Oh, Benny, I told you not to pick up. There's nothing you can do for me right now. All you can do is just keep painting, keep striving. You make that work of true genius. I can just tell you're almost there. So, I'm going to hang up the phone now, and you're just going to get back to work, okay? Goodbye, Benny.
But that's enough from me. Now, you'll hear from the person who I believe is the single thing in the world my wife was most proud of. Her magnum opus, so to speak. Huh. I think you all know who I'm talking about. Benny? You ready to come up here? Go on, B. Say something. What's wrong? Why aren't you talking?
Hey, honey. Guess who's calling? Again. Look, you know I talk to big, important people. People who could change your life every day. What the hell am I supposed to say? What do you want me to say? That I haven't heard from my star client in 6 months? This is getting ridiculous. Hey, Benny. Guess who's calling? Well, here's the call. We're finished. We're done so kaput. It's over. Would you shut the hell up, Tabitha? I'm trying to fire a client in here. Who? Some washed up, stick up his ass, too good to sell prick. Probably isn't even listening to this message, but you know, Mama's gotta put her rage somewhere. Oh, shoot.
Hey, B. Just calling to tell you. I think I'm selling the house. She's everywhere here, son. I can't move without bumping into her. Then I just find myself breaking down again. I hope you understand.
Take whatever you want. With your mother gone, I'm hoping to finally live without all the clutter.
I'm just so glad
No,
you
no,
got to
no.
speak to her one last time. I mean,
You're kidding me. Game? You're kidding me? I have words. I have words. How do you not put the toss closer to the top? Is there a rewind button? Of course there isn't. I am upset. There is no chapter select, guys. This is life. We'd have to restart the entire game. Fuck it. We're throwing everything out then.
I know she told you not to pick up the phone, but, well, I'm just so happy that you did.
She just wanted you to focus on your work. That was the only thing that mattered to her. What's up?
Trash. What seashells? Yep, there's the tears.
Look.
They're on the edge.
It's unbelievable, Benny.
like she's standing in the room with us. Like I can see her in the paint. I can feel her.
That one got me. Fuck. He was right. I did cry.
Is that really you? It's Chloe, your neighbor. My God, I can't believe this. It's been years. I just walked through the entire show. It's unbelievable. I'd love to walk through it again with you. I mean, if you were down for that. I just can't believe that my entire childhood, I was living next to a bona fide genius. I should have guessed it. I mean, with all those little drawings you did. And your mom. I always heard her playing piano from next door, but I didn't know she wrote the actual music. She was a genius. Like mother, like son, I guess.
Mm.
Hey, so, not to be forward, but what are you doing after this? Maybe we could get a drink or something?
Does winks count? Remember boat?
I'd really love to catch up. I can't believe everything that's happened to you. I want to hear all about it.
What? What?
Now would you look at that?
What?
I cannot believe my luck.
Go back.
You finally hit the jackpot, Flapjack. All the nobody nothings dying every day. You finally sink your hook into a... Oh, well, there you are. Well, hello, sir. If I had realized, I would have cleaned up. I'm just used to fishing up a different class of soul. I mean, sure, I've had scientists, a couple college athletes here or there, but...
This is not our boat.
Internationally renowned painter? The gatekeeper's gonna eat you up. Hey, speaking of that, why don't we give your story a test run? Maybe you help me out with the word choice, since, you know, I'm still working on that. See if I'm getting all the strokes right, the proper composition, if you catch my drift. Forget about it. All right, here we go. Gatekeeper! Before you stands the soul of a great man. Now, would you describe yourself as a happy kid or a lonely one? A jovial child or a solitary one?
As a kid, I was happy.
Hey, not
say.
bad.
His childhood was a happy one, growing up in a loving home, raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea.
Here's adding it. I wouldn't say that.
What'd you say your mom was? A composer or an accountant?
He's a composer.
His mother was a composer who, with the need to support her family, took a job as an accountant. How would you describe her as a teacher? More encouraging or demanding? Kind of like your... Therefore, as his piano teacher, she was over-demanding, forcing him to practice day in and day out, hoping that he might one day achieve that greatness that she never could.
That's what happened.
And how about that neighbor girl? What was she to you? Was she your best friend or your first love? Now, be honest here. Don't be bashful, man. You can tell me.
Why not both?
But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day.
Thanks.
Now, from that moment forward, his mother gave up on him.
No.
She knew he didn't have what it took to be a truly great musician. But little did she know, she just picked the wrong medium, right? See, when he was 12 years old, he got sick, and he had to stay inside for an entire year. And in that year, he rediscovered a talent he'd forgotten.
I think this is Anubis?
Painting.
I didn't even make that
Sure, he
connection.
loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. But for the first time, he saw it in a more serious light. He was accepted into an exclusive art school where he caught the eye of an esteemed professor who launched his work into the national spotlight. Now be quiet, all of you. With expectations on his career mounting, he stalled himself into bankruptcy, which turned out to be a blessing, for it wasn't until he returned home to the house he grew up in that he began work on what would ultimately be considered his masterpiece. I said shut up, you scumballs! You lucky fowls! All right! I get it! I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I had assumed as much anyway. I should probably tell you, those things, they're not regular gulls. They're liar birds. They're what becomes of souls who try to lie to the gatekeeper. And once they try that, they're never allowed near her city again. I get to feeling bad for not defending them right, so they just stay on with me. Living reminders of my oratory shortcomings. Oh, yeah, good thinking. I'll be back to get you once I'm done with this one. Hopefully you won't be seeing him again.
Thanks. Well, I think we told the truth.
You're a flea-bitten sap. You know that?
Me?
Just look at him. Poor fool doesn't know what he's in for.
Now don't think that I haven't dealt with people like you. You're ashamed of something. Something so terrible, you're trying to blink right past it.
And?
Because if the gatekeeper knew, she'd have to dream up fresh new hells to punish someone as worthless as you.
The boat, he knows.
And I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're the rottenest soul that I ever fished out of that black muck. And I should have thrown you back and sanitized my paw as soon as I laid eyes on you. But it's too late for that. We're in this together. And the gatekeeper, she'll see right through your fake lies as if they were glass. So I'm gonna ask you again to start from the very beginning. And this time, I want the truth. This ain't a schoolyard staring. Not this.
Now play the C major chord I taught you. Remember?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it yet.
Doesn't that make you feel happy?
You know, my father once told me, when I was about your age, the only way to fight against time is to create a work of genius, which might live on after you're gone.
Stay here. What did your mother hear on that phone call?
I'm getting it. Hello? Yes, of course. This is Elle, his daughter.
I see. She knew she hadn't yet lived up to her father's expectations. And now, she never could. Let's keep going.
Be eternally indebted.
What did you just say?
This isn't a trip down memory lane. I need you to stay focused.
God, honey, I'm worried too.
Yes, I understand about the cat. Let's keep going.
I'm still not understanding how you let this happen.
I don't know. Think about it. It just happened.
It just happened.
Wait, the babies are mewing while inside her.
No, I hate cats. And now it just happens to pop out 5 more.
Uh-oh. Please don't be the cat dead. Or a monster.
The death of those cats must have taught you a terrifying lesson. That simply being alive wasn't enough. So then you went to work to make yourself sensational.
Listen to him, Richard. I'm enlisting him in that competition.
I thought you said competitions took the joy out of playing music.
Not if you win.
It's a bug. Cheating.
I like hanging out with you a lot, which is weird because after what happened with my mom, I never like hanging out with anyone.
I know you want to stay here, man, but we don't have the time.
So this has been a big surprise for me this year, in a lot of ways. I think I like that you let me talk. My cousin never lets me talk. My dad does, but I can tell he's not really listening.
Stay, Murph.
I'm not worried about who you are, Benny. I'm worried about who you're going to become.
I get all...
Hey, Elle, would you mind taking a quick walk with me down to my office?
Come on, keep blinking. I haven't found it
Before I
yet.
let you two go.
We can focus him, make sure he's staying engaged.
Can you please try to speak a little softer? I really don't want him to hear us talking about this.
God, my eyes are getting so tired.
What's the point?
What do you mean? What do you mean? What's the point? What does that mean?
What's the point of any of it? If he's never gonna get any better.
Okay. Let's not say that. Okay? We know we don't mean it.
I know I don't. I know.
I mean, what if he heard one of us saying something like that?
I'd never forgive myself.
It's okay. He's asleep. But it's okay.
I see. You got sick. You howled at the moon, at the top of your lungs. You were sick for a long time, weren't you? Sicker than healthy kids are supposed to get? Well, no matter how painful it gets, I need you to remember. We're almost at the end of this. I promise. You know what to do. Go ahead and blink.
This isn't video game time. I want you to figure out something actually productive to do while you're home from school. Try writing with it. Well, hello, Benny. It was your grandfather's, but I used it in college to write lyrics. Exactly. It was very artsy. Actually, I was just good at fooling your dad. Made him think I was some kind of genius. Why don't you write the story of your life so far? And then what you're going to do once you get better. That's the story I want to hear. Story of who you're going to become, okay?
I had 2 meetings. Chat. Fuck.
Man, this is wild. You really got into this, didn't you? Oh, here I am. But on the eve of his big audition, he completely dropped the ball, staying up all night with his first love and blowing it the next day.
Gulp.
First love? Okay, Benny. And you know, we really could have just slept on the beach another night, but I'm also glad we didn't because, well, another night wouldn't be the same night, if that makes sense. Okay, back to the story. He loved finger painting as a child. Color and shape were the first languages he learned to speak. Man, you take your doodle seriously. I did not realize, but I respect it. I respect it. I do.
You are going to be in there for about 30 minutes, so try to get comfortable.
Oh god, has anyone ever had an MRI? These suck. Oh boy, especially for a kid, man.
You're doing great, buddy. Just a little longer, okay?
Knock, knock. You're gonna be so annoyed with me, but I couldn't help but overhear Chloe reading loud from what I think was your story the other night. I know. I promised myself I wouldn't eavesdrop, but I would really love to read it if you'd let me. What do you say? You know I'm such a big fan of anything you do.
Go in there and tell him you loved it.
I'm sorry, I just can't. Not right now.
Okay, don't worry. Just go to bed. I'll talk to you. Hey, B. Just want you to know that Mom loved your story. She's just, I think it was just very emotional for her to read. But I thought it was great. I mean, look at this. His childhood was a happy one. Growing up in a loving home, raised by loving parents in a quaint village by the sea. I'm certainly glad you feel that way. But what I want to know is, where'd you learn to write so well? All those cool words. It reads like Dickens.
Try closing. If he's ever in pain, all he needs to do is press that red button, and the drug will administer itself.
Thank you so much. You know, I know my wife would normally want to thank you herself.
No, I understand. It hits mothers the hardest, this sort of thing.
Thank you for understanding. It's been a rough one.
Drug. I'm fixed. Now I love drugs. Drug. Oh boy.
Hey, Eddie. Yeah, hey man, it's Richard. Listen, I know Elle's been missing in action, but I just want you to understand things have taken a really bad turn here. Yeah, no, that's not going to be possible. To be honest, your whole tone is pissing me off right now. Yes, I understand you have a business to run. It's a very cliche thing to say to me in a time like this. Okay. Well, then I guess all I can say is screw you too. I said screw you too. Yeah, man, that's all I got.
Fuck.
Hey, this isn't funny, you know? What, you're too scared to talk to me? Well, just so you know, I know you're faking. Because if you were really sick, like actually sick, you'd have told me already. I happen to actually know about this stuff. So the fact that you are faking, just so you don't have...
I remember when you were just 4 years old. Mom was going through a pretty tough time. I mean, not as tough as now, but yeah, her music had been rejected, and she's having trouble adjusting to her quiet little life out here, and I feared that I was losing her. But then you played this on the piano, and just your little hands reaching up for the keys. She just couldn't believe how gifted you were. And once she heard that, well, it was like you brought her right back to me. So, I was wondering if maybe you could do that trick again. Try closing your eyes. See if you can remember.
Wait, that's my bass. How did you figure out how to play that?
Keep playing, B. She's listening.
Oh, God, this is fucking hard. What?
What are you doing, Elle? She's gonna make you sick.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just so happy she's here. We've got to show this cat some real love. She's been through more than we can even imagine. Oh, her poor fur. Richard, we have to give Ernie a haircut, okay? She hasn't been over. Like, she didn't even care to visit?
No, I mean, I don't think he's told her.
And you're just letting that be?
I don't know her step. You know how Benny is.
She lost her mother a year ago. You knew that, right?
No, but what does that have to do with...
Okay, do we have her dad's number?
I don't know. Check the book.
Okay, I'm calling now.
Honey.
Oh my god, you're an idiot.
I am?
You do realize this is really nothing special to me. I've seen this all before. I was thinking about what you said in the story the other day and how I reacted to it. I feel kind of bad. I shouldn't have done that. But hey, what are you looking at? Don't look up there. Look at me. I'm talking to you. I want to give you something, but I think I don't want to be in the room when you see what it is. So maybe if you close your eyes, I can give it to you and I'm gonna leave. Close your eyes now, okay?
Fucking got me. Oh my god, the trails.
What is that?
It's something new I'm working on.
So you're writing again?
It's just a melody that came to me. It feels good to play it.
It's sad.
Yeah, well, that would make sense. But do you like it?
I mean, yeah. I love everything you do.
What do you like about it?
Not this old trap.
Go on. I'm waiting.
Well, it made me feel like
Yeah. I mean, that was pretty good.
Fuck. I have no time.
It's okay, Benny, I understand. There's no need to show me anymore.
No, Richard, it's like I can't breathe. Like there's this clamp on my chest.
I know. It's okay.
You can come back to me now.
You have to do something. Richard, I can't breathe. I feel like I can't breathe.
It's okay, Benny, just close your eyes. You know, for a while now, I've wondered if I'm just not a good enough storyteller. If I just don't have grand enough words, can't tell grand enough stories. But grand words and stories, I think they may be overrated. Ugh. I know just what to tell her. Watch for her now.
I've seen the gatekeeper take many forms depending on the soul I bring her. But once you see her, you'll know. Believe me. I should go get ready. Don't worry. We got this. I think. There she is. Wish me luck.
Gatekeeper, before you sits the soul of a child who died before he could grow old.
That means she's ready to hear your story.
You know, I never told you how much I loved your story. It's really so imaginative, and the person you wrote about is such an interesting and intense guy. My only issue was, well, I didn't like him very much. So, I wanted to read you something I wrote for you, which is about the Benny I've known for 11 years now. It's called The Great Life of Benjamin Bryn. Benjamin Bryn was born into an ordinary home, to an ordinary mother and father in a small town by the sea. His mother was a composer, or at least that's what she dreamed she'd be. So, when her own dreams didn't pan out, she began to dream for him. But then,
When he was just 11
years old, he got sick.
And was forced to stay inside for an entire year.
And in that year, he began to worry
That he hadn't lived enough. So he made up a story of the great life
he wanted to live, which only made
him forget the great life he
had. How he had filled a new home with light and joy.
Joy and promise.
He met a girl, his neighbor, who felt all alone in the world and made her feel okay again. And how, even when he was sick, he still gave his parents hope.
How he reminded them of exactly who they...
After they had almost forgotten. So when he knew he was going to go, he was okay. Because he'd already lived a great life, a full life. And he was everything he needed to be, just as he was.
Close your eyes now, and keep them closed. She's gonna let you in. Go on. You know what to do.
Why is he smiling like that?
He must be somewhere that he likes.
I wanna be somebody. Me 2.0 for you. And when you meet somebody, you're gonna feel the same way I do. I'm gonna say I love you before you say I'm gone. And when that chance comes through, I'm gonna prove you wrong. In a market, in a desert, you'll remember why you came here. There's a couple pictures of you laughing, grip tight to raffle tickets. I've got memories, but I'm slipping.
God, that hit me hard.
Some people in here wondering if you'll stay.
You guys are doing all right.
You wanna make some money, give a kid to dad.
Oh, look, there I am.
When he has somebody, you're gonna feel the same. And without him, you'll be thinking you'll have pictures.
This isn't a DMCA song. I know the composer.
His wallet.
It's all he's doing.
There's a couple
He works on the Frisky with him too. He's good, dude.
tied to raffle tickets. I've got memories, but
It's on Spotify, I think, actually, if you guys want to look it up.
some people in here wondering if you'll stay here or not.
Yeah, guys, this game is $10 on Steam. I was not asked to say this by the developers, but if you are interested, we need more games like this. So if you can support them, exclamation game gives you the link. It's worth playing yourself. It's obviously heavy. It's worth it. I'll wait for someone to speedrun this. Oh, I'm sure they already have. We joked about that the entire time we were developing the prototype. That this could be the best, the fastest speedrunnable game of all time if we wanted to. I like this ending much better than the original one, where you get hit by a car. And then everyone's at your deathbed and you're just like, what? And then you blink and get to fucking disappear. Oh, man. They improved a lot. It's an entirely different game. Yeah, you guys missed it, but I described at the start of the stream, when I was in university, I worked on the prototype of this game. With the head of the development, who later went on to make this one, and so that version was much simpler. I know I didn't make this. I worked on an early version of this, so and I'm good friends with the developers. In fact, they made themselves they said they're available for Q&A if we want to do that. I might need a moment to kind of collect myself, but you know, then we can have them on the stream. I think that would be really nice. Yeah, I think we all need a moment. I'm sure this is, for those that caught the whole thing, they understand how kind of emotional and tough this can be, but I hope it also inspired you guys in some way and, you know, helped you enjoy the little things. So you're all valued. Thank you for being here. Thank you for taking part in this. This was the saddest. I've been eating carne asada fries. I think we could all use some carne asada fries right now. Fuck, man. Chapters. Oh, they do have chapters now. Save the boat. You never got to go back to the plant? What plant? You mean the plant at the beginning? Those were in the afterlife, dude. That's when I was blinking and you were seeing them grow and then shrink again. You were the agave. Hell yeah. Never got to go to Egypt. Yeah. The game says you were 11. School about if he was 11. In case you didn't get that, that was all made up. That part of the story was, you know, the what if, but it diverged when he started drawing. That's the story he wrote while he was sick. Yeah. That's true. Oh boy. I cried when boat gone. Well, everyone, don't forget to call your parents or someone else close to you. You know, check in. Let them know you're thinking about them. Call your boats. I didn't come here to cry, Criken. Then you didn't read the title of the stream. Idiot. The tears got in the way. Yeah, can I just say, I don't think you guys realize how freaking hard I was trying not to blink, especially when the tears started coming. And I had to like force the eyes open as they were just welling up. My body was like, you're an idiot. You fucking asshole. Blink, you idiot. I was like, no. No. Oh, we saw? Yeah. You were so red. Okay. Part of that is the lighting, I will say. I have a yellow light in front of me and I don't have a color balancing camera, okay? Not my fault. It looked like tomato. Oh, man. I was trying to follow along the blinking with me. It was tough. Oh, that's a fun idea. I hadn't even thought about that. Did anyone else try to blink when I was blinking? I mean, you don't have to, but yeah, you get the idea. Again, I encourage you guys to try this game for yourself. I'm curious now of like the different versions of the story that he writes for himself at the beginning, because well, I guess we can ask the devs about that a little bit, but I know we had a bunch of branching narratives in the prototype as well. Why cat though? Why not boat? Oh, you wanted the gatekeeper to be an actual boat with eyes go, well, hey there, Benny. You lived a great life now, didn't you? I don't know if that would have hit as hard. You put me in the box, Benny. Feel so bad for Chloe. Yet I'll lose her mother, and then... yeah, there's a lot of sad parts. Gonna go hug my dog now. Good call, good call. When you immediately blinked after opening the girl's final letter you broke, that was like pure shock, you know? Like opening that and reading that, I was like surprised, and my first reaction was to like blink, which I think is part of the design, unfortunately. So I got jump scared by love. Yeah, exactly. Fuck Chloe, she dissed Stromp. Oh, dude, we're gonna ask all about the clam fighters. What was the name of that? Molluskmon or something like that. Lobstar, Conchsters, Clam Dunk. Yeah, you guys. All right, I'm gonna go get some water to refill all the tears I just cried out, and I'll message Will about being available for the Q&A. But you know, you guys go debate who your favorite Conch stars are in the meantime. All right, Conch stars. Sorry, not Conch. Conch stars. All right, I'll be right back. Give me like 3 or 4 minutes. minute to hydrate. Ugh. All right. Let me see about hopping on a call now with Dev. More like Criken. You guys want to keep the background menu music on, or turn it off? I can lower it. So. All right. See, I'm gonna give him a call.
Oh man, I should probably stop watching the stream.
Hello.
I'm gonna mute the stream. Hello.
Hold on. I'm gonna share my.
With that, if you don't mind, let's see if I can do this. This guy. This. Everybody watched. Everybody wants to come and chat, but.
All right. I'm just pulled up the webcam. Everyone, this is my good buddy Will, who is the head dev of Before Your Eyes. And you see in the background that little "Close Your" sign was the poster for the prototype we had made. Oh boy.
Am I gonna screw this up by adding in now?
A little bit, but that's all right. It's fixed.
We'll make it. It's gonna be nice and loud.
Better camera than Criken's. It's true. I had to recently, I don't have a good camera yet. I had to pull out like a really trash one.
What up?
Hey.
Let me see if I got
it's Ollie. What's up, man?
Yo. Am I on here?
That's Graham. We hear you.
Hey, Graham.
Reunion.
Shit,
I had to turn.
That was a great stream.
Yeah, dude. First of all, yeah. Eyes of Steel in our chat was like, this guy knows how to play blank games. Like,
this guy was one of the only people in the world that has prototyped and tested the fucking original Blink games.
It didn't seem new to you.
No, I knew your tricks, and I was like, I almost knew when the fucking like metronome was gonna come up. I'm like, they're gonna try to get me here. I gotta like get my blinks in now, because now they're gonna fucking test me. But yeah, man.
Oof.
Yeah, it was awesome watching the chat too. Like a lot of people were noticing things that like sometimes fly under the radar. So that was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, the love for Consters is appreciated. Ollie actually wrote came up with a lot of those names, so he was very psyched to see the appreciation in the chat.
Yeah,
dude.
Can we get some more background on the Consters? I think there was some like theory crafting in my chat after we had that little bit of tidbit from Chloe.
We've got a big story bible about that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Graham had this idea for like a Pokemon-esque game, but only like what do you call that? What are those called? Like crustaceans. Yeah, that kind of thing. And for some reason, nobody ever likes an Enemigo, but everyone's all about like Shrump and Barnacles.
Shrump is the best. Come on.
Shrump seemed to be a crowd favorite for us. Although, wait, which one do you guys like the most? I had them debate which one was the most when I took a break.
I'm seeing a lot of Shrump Gang.
A lot of Shrump Gang. I mean, you can't beat a name like Shrump. It's tough.
Come on, Shrimp Gang.
Yeah, I think
Turn
Graham
up.
and I just spitballed those in like 3 minutes, and
Nah,
like
dude, you worked hard on those. You were texting me like over many days with puns.
couldn't sleep.
You know, I'm looking
That
forward
was-
to
it was-
the next game out of your studio. I sincerely hope is a Kong Stars, you know, like rendition. I think that would be. I personally, that's what I'm expecting. You know, you've already set the
You
scene.
can say Kong Stars, but it's meant to be Conch Stars, like monsters.
Conch Stars. I keep getting it wrong. Conch Stars.
Pocket monsters. Like
It's gonna be more than a game. It's gonna be an empire.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's gonna
more-
rival
it's
the
kinda
biggest
sad,
IP in the world.
Yeah.
Monsters Go.
Marvel's gonna have a run for their money.
Man,
This is like almost the whole team. I should just quickly introduce everyone for the chat. We got Ollie and Graham who joined first. Ollie Loué is the producer and composer and made that lovely song at the end you can find on Spotify, which is stuck in my head. Graham, who in my view is above me, but probably I'm just pointing randomly to whatever you've got, is the writer and director and did a lot of voice acting, talent finding, and directing, and even directed myself. I'm the British guy. That's my role.
You're
in
the
this.
British guy.
I'm the British guy who says he's flipped the disc course so many times I'm actually dizzy. That's my role in the project. Bella.
I enjoyed that line. I enjoyed that whole sequence.
Little Bubbles. Bella is our lead engineer. And then Rich is our other lead engineer, a bandpass filter, who is the actual Blink machine master.
Okay, guys, there's a poll up for best Conster. Everyone get in there. Trump
I'm gonna
fans
vote.
go hard.
Here we go.
I have this next to me,
Trump
which
is
is the
killing
OG. This is the
shit.
computer from those your USC days.
I had to give that to
Works.
Ollie because he needed to play Fortnite.
Is that thing still kicking? It's like I can't
Yeah.
believe it. It's like a relic at this point.
Still works. Cyber power.
Man, you know, it's tough to hop right back into a discussion after coming out of it. I mean, I feel like hit with a fucking truck. Speaking of, I told everyone about the
I love that.
The first ending of this.
Let's talk about the funnier early version.
Yeah, let's talk about the different iterations of the different endings.
I was trying to like remember it because there's been so many versions.
So when you were on, Keenan, like was pre-Indiecade. So we remade this thing maybe 5 times, and the version that you were on was pre-Minecraft. It was just like tubes and squares and a MS Paint face on the square.
Yeah.
And it was basically like you hang around at your house and then you like get hit by a car and die. Like.
Yeah.
And the head of our made it in a class at USC, and the head of our program was like, "This is some manipulative like high school film like stuff. Like you did not earn like this death, and you know like this is like it's like you're taking really serious issues here." And I was like, "All right, fucking challenge accepted."
Well, I think this death is earned in this one and is much more impactful than.
This is Graham cracked it. Yeah,
the writing was out of this world, man. I
Thank
really,
you.
especially like seeing where we started, like how it's evolved over this time has been really, really, really cool. So you guys.
Yeah. I mean, it was lucky to have so many bites at the apple. You know what I mean? I feel like we were able to learn from like the days when you were working on it, like just having so many. We were able to learn what worked so well that I feel like by the time that we actually got the money to do this fuller version of it, we really knew what would work.
Yeah, I think it showed. How
It only took 7 years to figure out how to write this game, but we finally figured it out.
I had a question around the evolution of the blink mechanic, because I'm remembering when we first made it, obviously whenever you would blink, it would jump forward. We didn't really have as much of a window of time where you're allowed to blink while playing. It would just kind of keep cutting, and we'd have problems where like if someone got emotional, they would just miss entire swaths of the game because they couldn't stop for blinking. So I guess at what point in the 7-year time did you guys finally decide to like add a little metronome that would actually indicate when you would jump ahead, and then add almost like rest stops in the view where you could look at different things and blink there to like unlock different parts of the scene, Like, I guess if you can walk me through that evolution, I'd be curious to hear.
Oh, let's go for it.
Yeah, Bella.
Yeah. So sorry, I'm just like seeing myself really big and nobody else. Okay, there you guys are. Yeah, so I was brought on kind of relatively late in the game 2 years ago, and they told me that they were making a blinking game, and I was like, huh, that sounds like an interesting design challenge. I read the script and I was blown away, and I was like, oh, this is going to be so fun. And I sat down to play the demo, which is probably something that you had maybe worked on.
At this point,
and pretty much the IGF demo, maybe.
The IGF demo. So I sat down to play that.
No, it was the Kickstarter vertical.
Oh,
it was
yeah,
the
yeah,
IGF demo. I don't know if we gave you the vertical slice or the IGF demo, but it was something.
But you know the version though, Keenan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what it was you would just blink and you just skip forward to the next scene. So everybody in the chat was joking about speed running. Well, with this one, you could be done in like 5 seconds because you just blink, 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 you just be done. And I remember just thinking I remember being, even at that stage, amazed how well the blink mechanic worked, like the webcam as a controller. I was stunned. I was like, oh my God, it doesn't look like much, the game, but like the mechanic is there. And I remember just thinking like, but this isn't user friendly. Like this is just too jarring.
Mm-hmm.
So I came up with the idea to put little actual dots at the bottom of the screen, and you would like blink through these different dots. And there were things in the world that you could mouse over and click on. And I was like, well, let's just make those blinks instead. So that way you can stay in a scene longer if you're able to like blink on those things, while this, at the time it wasn't a metronome, it was just little dots at the bottom. But it was much more sort of like, I was trying to go for this like gamifying it, where like the dots were kind of like your resources. You can blink on one thing multiple times and deplete it. But we simplified it a lot, I think, in service of the story. And and then I forget where the metronome actually.
Yeah, I think we realized. I think it was that realizing that the dots were really cool, and it was great to give the player more ability to stay in scenes, but it was still there was still little control still, because like someone might pop, blink through the 3 dots really quickly, or someone might conserve it really well. And I think that I was always the big challenge of writing this game around this mechanic, was not knowing, trying to write something where you don't know what people are going to miss. So I think it was sort of realizing like it would be so nice to have parts of scenes that we know the player is going to see, because then you can actually kind of establish at least some base of information that we know everybody's going to have. And I think I don't know, it just came out that metronome idea, because the metronome was something that was in the story already, and it kind of was like a perfect UI element. But I think that was so key, because once we got that, for me, I would just say as a writer, it got so much easier, because it was so much like, okay, you have to be really concise in the first half of the scene, get everything you need the player to know out of the way, and then you can put all this like extra stuff that's like great character building and world building and stuff that's entertaining and insightful, but that you don't need to see to understand the story. Like it really helped to be able to break the scene up into those 2 halves.
Yeah. One question I also had was, oh man, there it goes again. Give me a second.
It's all good, man. I was noticing in chat some people being like, oh man, like the cat, like this is really tough stuff. Like one of the other big, I'd say like turning points we made with this game is like kind of just, we struggled with like, how do we just tell a generic life, and like how can we like see like a life flash before your eyes that this feels like anyone's life. And like I think one of the big breaking points was like, let's really make this about us. Like let's look into home videos, like let's look into our own homes. Like the home is like very closely modeled after like Ollie's like home that he grew up in. And like those events, like a lot of the stuff from that, we felt comfortable, because like we didn't feel comfortable basically. Like there was an earlier draft of this where you could be either gender, and there was like an earlier draft where you were just a woman. There's many earlier drafts, but we just kind of like didn't feel comfortable with the story we were telling, because it was just like, okay, what do we say about this person, or any person? Like any person needs to fit into this. And so, especially with telling something real about death, it didn't really click until we started making about our own stuff. And so, I mean, the hospitalization is a big from, Graham spent like a year in the hospital at around middle school, and like, the cat thing, a lot of people get on me on the Steam reviews of like, violence against cats is like not okay, and like that like turned me off of the game. And I'm like, that's how I found out about death, like was seeing my cat get messed up by coyotes, like. And
Yeah, it's very common growing up in LA.
Yeah, it's a
to have a
SoCal
small
thing.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
hold
it
on.
happened to my cat.
I don't. This is you're touching on a very important thing. You did just mention LA though. We need to. There's a meme in my chat that I keep bringing up the fact that I'm from LA and that they wouldn't get things because they're not from LA. So you unfortunately just walked into a landmine there. But you know, I'm sure other people that aren't in
If you
LA.
didn't like the game, it's probably because you just aren't from LA.
Yeah, it's clear, right?
You don't get the style we have.
It hits way harder if you're from LA.
You don't get the vibes.
Move to LA before you buy this game on Steam.
Yeah,
That's
replace
something
coyote
that-
with like wolf or I don't know, fucking. Like,
well, everybody's been saying
seagull.
wolf, and I actually heard somebody. I was actually watching a stream, and the coyotes started howling. But you know, coyotes don't howl; they yap. They kind of like in LA, you can actually hear coyotes when there's like a full moon. You can actually hear them kind of off the distance. It's kind of eerie, but they do. They yap, and they don't really sound like wolves. And somebody was like, "That's not what a wolf sounds like," and I was like, "Well, yeah, it's not." But
man, that actually reminded me of my question. It was in earlier versions of this, we of course had a bunch of branching kind of events based on what your choices were, what you would focus on in, you know, life, the dialogue things you picked. In fact, I remember we built the original script in what is that application that's
Twine.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
In Twine, yeah.
Yeah, in Twine. So without like spoiling any of the other, you know, potential branches, does this have any of that as well? I would imagine it would probably be on the front side of the game where it was like about the story that was, you know, branching out, but at the same time,
yeah,
it
definitely
does.
Written, you know. So.
But I wanted to butt in real quick and say that chat was asking if the coyotes had to do with the new this, and I just wanted to say that yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, yeah, the branching, like, there definitely is some good branching and some good reasons to play it again, and you're going to see different sides, and you're going to kind of like have different relationships to different characters, though it all kind of like funnels like that. The ending changes a little bit in terms of dialogue, but the main thrust of the story is always linear. You know, when we first wrote this version of the script, we had a very ambitious idea, which was, you know, that was always something that was so important to Will, and like I always loved too, this kind of way that like you could play these different versions of your life. And we felt like this kind of the fake life and then the true life was going to be like this awesome thing for that, because you could tell lots of different versions of a fake life. So we wrote and we're starting to build like a version of the game where that fake life, this art path that you play was going to be only one path. And there was going to be another path where you become an adventurer and another path where you become a businessman. And it was going to be all these different fake lives. And then the true life was always going to be revealed. I think that we worked hard on that script, and we had a really cool system for how it was going to kind of determine what you went down. I think it's one of those indie dev things where, you know, at a certain point in development, especially Bella was really helpful, you know, looking at this and going, this is how much money we have, this is how much time we have, and like this is going to kill us having to do these branches. So we kind of had to take a long look at ourselves and be like, we want to add branching in, but we can't do this wild branching that we always wanted to be the thing. So, you know, I think that the story became more focused as a result, and I think that version would have been cool, where you really have a super different playthrough. And again, you will have a different playthrough every time you play it, but you know, the basic locations and stuff all stay the same.
Sure.
I think that branching version would have been awesome, but you know, I actually think on a pure writing storytelling level, it probably would have lost the focus and the kind of the impact this version has. You know, so I'm happy with where we ended up.
Basically, is what this one was of the 3 paths, was just like had the best mechanics, had the best, like just made the most sense in terms of the mini games and stuff, and like was just clearly the strongest. But there's definitely like, especially with like how you think about Chloe, what you say to the ferryman, you get some pretty different dialogue, and it's more shaped around the kind of like Kentucky Route Zero of like, what's the context that if you were like helping write this, that you would like want to have for this character, you know, in like little ways, like.
Yeah.
Also, chat kept saying, because we were watching the whole stream, and chat kept saying during, like when the gatekeeper was about to come, everybody was like, "It's gonna be a boat," and I was like, but we're on the boat. I was like, I like that idea. I was like,
yeah.
So I was just curious what the gatekeeper looking like a boat would actually look like, because I was just like, like maybe the boat turns into the gatekeeper. Well, we're on the toy boat because the boat that we're on has the twisty thing. Not that it's wrong or anything. I thought I was just interested in what the idea was.
Make it again, but with boat.
Do it again.
The one critical
Someone released a boat mod.
feedback that I have, and if you guys were watching, you saw when I was trying to save the boat when we went back to Mom's house. The keep and toss were at the bottom of the fucking box, okay? And when I'm trying not to blink and I'm moving the item, okay, it accidentally went in the toss thing, and I didn't know that until after it was thrown, and I couldn't go back, and I almost restarted the whole fucking game because I threw out the boat, which was the one
that was a bummer
that I cared about.
If you don't throw, if you keep
all
the
right.
boat,
just accept the loss.
If you had kept the boat, your character actually lives. So you messed up there.
Sorry,
check that out. Good hot tip for chat. Keep the boat. And
keep the boat.
Actually, it's not bad.
Man,
I think Rich has ventured too far into the wilderness or something. Oh no, there he is.
Yeah, I love this fireside.
Sorry guys, my
literal fireside.
Yeah,
chat.
I'm actually, but so here's the fire right here.
Wow, that's so cozy.
Yeah, it's really cozy. I'm in the backyard.
Rich is Canadian, so he does pull some things like this every so often.
He's got that 5G.
Yeah,
is this LA? This kind of looks
really
like LA
nice.
to me.
Canada.
It's not actually. This is Ottawa, Canada, the capital of Canada.
Not LA.
Yeah, not LA. No.
He's the one.
I've been. I'm the one guy. I'm the one guy.
No, we have a few non-LA people.
Yeah.
Don't give them hope.
That's how it works.
Oh man. Oh man, I wish I had more questions prepared. I'm still recovering a little bit. So let's take some from chat. I saw someone ask when the kind of boat keeper, or that's not the word for the person driving a boat.
The ferryman.
Yeah, the ferryman. Like when that was added to the scripts and the decision around making them, quote coyote, quote, Anubis, quote, like whenever, whichever your interpretation is.
Yeah, I mean, we wanted to take it in. It was tough because we were like, what's our original take on death? Like this character that's in every myth and every society. There's like some kind of, there's like a term for it that we even looked up in Wikipedia. Chat, check this one out, psychopomp, which is like the generic term for like a spirit that ferries the dead. So you've got like in Greek and all kinds of mythology have them. And yeah, I was just like looking at all the different psychopomps and the methods, and I was recommended by an occult book, Hermanubis, which was this weird Greek Egyptian fusion of Hermes with a dog head that was like trying to appease like the Egyptian population and the Roman population. And anyways, the dog-headed man like kept coming up as like, such a common thing in psychopomps, and like we just had some amazing concept art done as soon as we had this idea of like the dog-headed guy, that we were just like, yes, we'll put a line in there about Anubis, like, but yeah.
Yeah, and I thought it was a cool direction, and then we always though wanted it to be like, we wanted this to feel like a myth and feel mythic, but not like, we wanted it to also be something that if you understand it through a certain light, it's something Benny's creating in his own mind. So then it was about me kind of bringing in some of that mythology of why would he look at death as this canine coyote character, and that's where the whole idea of having the cats die by the coyotes kind of came in, which was something we remembered from our childhood. So it was sort of like, oh, we have this mythic thing, but then we want this world to be personal to Benny. We don't want this to be like we're in a world of myth. We want this to be like, you could interpret it as like somebody's brain, kind of something that's just going on inside the character's head, or you can interpret it as the actual afterlife. So it kind of all came together that way.
That's awesome. Yeah, I actually love that you guys refocused the story around drawing from your own personal lives. I think that added a ton and definitely showed in the final product, rather than like just guessing with like, this seems like a thing someone would have gone through and like not coming from somewhere personal.
Yeah, somebody probably got hit by a truck, and that must have been sad. Like that was like was literally where we started.
Yeah, just because like it never got to see the light of day, and this is, I guess, the one opportunity for it to do so. when Graham originally wrote his script, like it was much longer, as he said, and there was a part where the ferryman went by another like ferryman, but it wasn't a canine one. I think it would might have had horns, or it was like more of like a bull.
Yeah, it's a bull. Yeah,
it was a bull.
Which is like another like psychopomp that you see like in a lot of different. You have a lot of dogs, you have some bulls. Like there was
cut
this
back
idea
to
that
way more in earlier scripts, and like had other ferrymans, and like they're standing in line for like the gatekeeper and stuff. Graham to take it away. I mean, that stuff was so cool.
Well, no, exactly. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because we were super into that world, and this idea that like these ferrymen would be kind of competitive with each other, where they're like trying to find the best souls because they like get paid more if they get a really saintly person, and they'll get like. So we, all that. It kind of made it in a little bit in the way that he talks about it, and I feel like you can figure it out. But it would be cool to explore that universe more.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know if you want to take this opportunity, or if you guys have thought much about like what comes next for you guys as a company. But I don't know. I think this is a fucking bombshell of a start, and everyone that experienced it, at least on my stream, I think have made a really it made a huge impact on them, and so I know a bunch of people that would also, I think this would fuck them up, frankly. So I'm curious, are you interested in doing more kind of emotionally provocative and like thought-provoking pieces like this that are kind of short to the sweet but really impactful, or are you guys thinking Clam Stars for the next one?
Yeah, I think we have a lot of different stuff we're talking about. Like nothing is concrete, and we're sort of more of like a collective, and we all want to keep working together. But so yeah, there's some ideas. Speaking for myself, I certainly want to as a writer keep focusing on narrative-driven games. But I also think there's just so many exciting ideas out there.
Yeah.
As a you want to take a roll?
Oh sure. I mean, I was gonna say we have. I mean, definitely we want to keep making indie games. We've hit something in the narrative scene here for sure. One thing that I feel like we did really well with this game, but I want to, definitely dive deeper into the future is really tightly integrating music and like dynamic music. One of the few future plans that is on the books is Ollie's going to be keeping making tracks. If you like that track at the end, where there's going to be hopefully more of those to come, but check that one out on SoundCloud, seriously.
Yeah.
Thank you, Will. Thank you.
What's your SoundCloud artist names? People can check it out.
Ollie Lewin. Yeah, Ollie Lewin.
Yeah.
If you go check it out.
Go check out Ollie. The ending hits so good. Much better than the truck from last time. Just like having the music pick up, and I didn't even know the credits were playing until later. Actually, are you worried people are going to miss the credits because they're keeping their eyes closed the entire time, and they're going to, miss all the great work and all you guys and all the work you did?
I wouldn't be surprised if people miss it.
Yeah, you don't even know it exists, but like right after that kind of final moment of holding your eyes closed, there's a really beautiful, animated illustration of the title of the game where the O kind of blinks, and our artist Hana Lee created it. They did this awesome job, but I've watched a few streams and people usually almost always like have their eyes closed through that. Yeah. But when the music kind of sets in, I think I like that people sort of open their eyes at different times and come to it in their own way.
It's also cool for the viewers to see something the streamers can't, because they're doing what the game is asking, and they literally have to keep their eyes closed. And so there's almost this like secret like nod to the folks that are watching on the other side.
Yeah, people were like, "Ooh, you can't see us. We're typing." And they're like typing all these things that you couldn't see. It's funny. But I think back to your question on like what would we do next? I think as a designer, working on this game was really interesting because we got to use like a different part of the human body as a controller. We got to use a face as a controller, and that's not something that you really get to do that often. And I think it was a huge risk designing a game. I mean, as you know, because you worked on this, like as you know, like designing a game that you play with your eyes is a huge risk because people are going to miss things. Like that's just part of it. And I think it was really fascinating to just take something that people take for granted or don't even really notice and turn that into something that's very meaningful and impactful, because I feel like you can kind of subvert people's actions or their subconscious. And so you can kind of make people do something before they even realize they're going to, and slip something in. And so I think there's a really interesting dance between narration and interaction there. and I think it's worth looking into different ways of controlling things. Using alternate controllers.
Yeah, totally. And from my perspective, as coming from a background of a more technical background, sort of like, you know, a lot of my people know me as the Blink guy. I implemented, like, you know, the latest, you know, the improvements to the Blink algorithm, and
which, by the way, works 10,000 times better than the version that we were running back in the USC.
Great.
So, you know, huge shout outs.
Great to hear. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really glad it works. It's so great because, you know, the idea behind that, and I will segue back to what I was saying, but the idea behind, you know, the hope is that people don't notice it. Like, it just feels natural. Like it you know, it doesn't inhibit their experience. The idea is that they get surprised by it, but they're not frustrated with the you know, with unreliability. So I'm really glad that it has been reliable for so many people. And yeah, from the idea, like on the topic of like what next, I think one of the things we love and we're kind of passionate about is using technology, like kind of like using the latest technology to introduce new ways of interaction and new forms of interaction. And you know, artificial intelligence and face tracking and such, like, you know, even like tracking people's emotions when they emote, their facial expressions and such, could be a way to kind of interpret the player's response to events and such in the game, right? So that is something that could be explored in the future, and also like ambisonic audio and 3D audio and all that kind of stuff. There's just a lot of stuff to explore.
Yeah.
In this game, there was a VR version of this game that we made for South by Southwest 2020, but that obviously got canceled because that happened in March of 2020.
Oh, God.
So we literally were literally making this chunk to show at South by Southwest with this new VR headset that has cameras inside of it, and it worked it was so immersive. Cool. Like, you could look around, you didn't have to use your mouse. It was great, but we spent weeks making it, and then it just got canceled.
The Vive Pro I, that's the headset.
Yeah, the Vive Pro I is the headset we use. And also, if you don't have a camera, by the way, you can use your phone to play the game if you're interested in playing and don't have a camera. Just wanted to say.
You can use your phone as your webcam. You can't play it on the phone.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you can't play on your phone, but you can use your phone as a webcam.
How do you synchronize that? Is that like a Bluetooth thing?
You gotta plug it in. There's apps on all platforms.
Huh. Well, there you go, guys.
Yeah.
There's also a clicking mode if you're not vibing the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta be honest with yourself. You're right. No, like, you know.
Chad, I think a while ago said, why the art style change? What are your inspirations to not be Minecraft? We had enough money to not be Minecraft.
There you go. Yeah. I love the art style, dude. The shadows, you know, limiting around either movement or like objects that were clearly important to the character. That hits so well. I mean, great way to limit having to build environments.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what it came from.
Yeah,
like, our environment artist was like, this is doable.
Like, it felt so authentic.
You're only doing like exactly what you need, you know, and like he made the shader around the edges, and he was like, pitched it to us, and we were like, great. I want it doable, you know, definitely.
Yeah, it solved so many problems because it was so much cheaper, obviously, and then also because you're in these scenes for such a short amount of time, and we have such specific things we want you to be looking at. Like, it totally solved that issue of, like, you know, people going into scenes and just like missing the action because they're getting their bearings, and then they blink and then they move on. Like, it was sort of a 2-for-1 of like, this will dramatically reduce cost, and it kind of like really helps with the storytelling, and it gives it like a really special, unique feel. So yeah, that was like Jen Kaderas, who came on and did and worked with us as an artist for like about 6 months as a contract artist, and he really he kind of pioneered that look, and thank God he did, because it really helped.
Yeah,
I think he took a fog of war shader. So, you know, like in a top-down game when there's like fog of war and you can't see beyond. I think he took a fog of war shader and modified it for the game.
It's poetic in a way.
Which I thought, which was brilliant. Yeah. Fog of memory, I guess you could call it.
Mm-hmm.
And then also the characters themselves were like all the animations were done via mocap, which is also, I think, one of the things that made things a lot easier because we had all of these intimate moments and doing animations for all of them would have been just a nightmare. And
I mean, the entire budget for this game, it would be like one mocap session, but we just got super lucky. Our first publisher, Riot, just built a mocap studio. They're like, we need to test it out and like get it working, and we were just like, yes, like we'll be there, you know, like. So,
but then we only had it. We only had it for a certain amount of time, and then when Graham was doing a rewrite, we realized we needed a little bit more. So Rich kind of saved the day. He had some kind of DIY thing in his garage, and he would be like pretending to be the mom for certain scenes, and we were like, "Is this going to cut it?" But it did.
Yeah, he was using 25%. He was using a Connect to do mocap.
Yeah, Microsoft Connect.
Dude, the Connect.
Shout out to the Connect.
Yeah, dude, everyone I tell, I've like, for some reason this has come up like earlier this week. I was talking to someone about how fucking brilliant the Connect was, way ahead of its time. That was like a dev's playground. You could do so much with that piece of technology.
My day job is actually going to be a Connect game right now. That's going to show at some convention in November or something. But I'm still working with the Connect guys. It's the Intel RealSense.
You can laugh, chat, but the Connect.
RealSense, yeah.
The Connect opened doors that you didn't even know, were there.
But the iPad is cool because the Connect crawled through Star Wars.
Yeah, I mean it's wild. It's wild because we literally that was like the big perk of Riot, our first investors, was this mocap studio, and it was like the state of the art mocap studio. And I do think like the best bits of mocap were done in there, and you get a lot more. There's a lot of subtlety, and there's fingers and everything, but it was pretty amazing. Like that Rich's stuff that he just did in his bedroom basically for free, like really holds its own with that state of the art mocap, and people don't necessarily notice that this is like that the mocap has taken a big hit in quality. So props to Rich there. I wouldn't say hit in quality.
Yeah.
But
well, the original Blink tech was based off of webcam facial animator. So this company made a tech that was like, hey, if you don't want to do the facial animations for your thing, just get a webcam and like it'll like map your webcam acting to a face. And I was like, does it do Blink? And it did Blink. And so the original games was just a little baby head in the back that had like nothing on it and like no eyes. And it just had like moved its little eyelids around. And like that was the Blink measurement. Is we would say like, how low are these, like this little doll's eyelids? Like,
I told everyone at the beginning of the stream that so Will, that the lead dev on this was my TA for my intro to game design class. And I remember he was like sitting behind us and like while we were like, doing the class, and he kind of pulled me aside and was like, hey, look at this. And it's just a baby face going like, when like you blink, and he's like, I'm making a game with this. And he's like, do you want to help? And I'm like, okay. And that's basically like,
it was like
the insight.
How many years ago was that? Like, where are we now?
I think
that
7,
was
right?
That was exactly 7. That was April of 20.
Don't say it. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah. It's crazy.
7 years ago.
Exactly.
Well, I can confidently say that like this is the best iteration of what this game could be that I can possibly imagine. Like there's no.
He's so mad. He said the IGF one was better.
No way. No way. Not even close. Like I think all of the choices you guys made, either for saving time and budget, also ended up adding to the experience and like became a very it was very intentional feeling and very easy to like lose yourself in. So in all of that, I'm blown away, and I'm so happy that you can kind of finally conclude this chapter of your life that has been a 7-year long odyssey. I know how ups and downs that we've gone through over that time, and you guys had suffered through, and getting money and all that I'm sure must have been very difficult, but it's definitely paid off.
Thanks, man.
Ooh. Yeah, thanks, Keenan. This was I'm so glad you streamed it. Yeah, this was an awesome stream. It was a great surprise and like feels like full circle in a way. So that's cool.
It felt that way for me too.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not knowing you, not having met you personally, it was interesting watching.
I appreciate that.
I also want to just say when I was doing my master's degree, one of my friends, his name is Aaron, he shared with me a video, and that was one of your videos, the Criken's Cowardly Crusade.
Oh, really?
And that is, oh yeah, that is gold. That is like pure comedy gold. And honestly, like it's one of those videos that I think back to, and I still laugh at. I still think it's hilarious, and also it ties me back to the experience that I had when I was in school. So I just want to say, like, you know, I love your stuff, and I love that you keep doing what you're doing, and good on you.
Thank you, man.
And thank you for playing our game.
It means a lot. Yeah, I'm lucky that I can do shit like that and then also play shit like this that makes me actually cry. Speaking of which, Will, how much do I owe you for the bet? Because you challenged me. You said if you cry playing my game, then you know.
Well, you knew I feel comfortable telling you because you knew that you were going to go with that. You were like, you've seen the version where you get hit by a truck and you know you're going to end dying in a hospital. So
I knew that much. I literally at the start of the stream.
You knew all of that, and you still got shit.
Well, yeah, because this was much better than getting hit by a truck. There
was
like actual lead up to it. It wasn't. I'm walking around the street. I stopped walking across the street. Why am I stopped? And you turn around until a car fucking gets you. I remember it indicates some of our players were not looking the right way. They were looking at the other side of the street. And the car hits them from behind, and they're like, what? And then they're just like in the hospital, and they're like, how?
We had like a really serious review from a Telltale dev, because like he went down one of the branching paths where like if you keep talking to your friend in the office, you like become an alcoholic, and it's like kind of unexpected. And he was like, I didn't really want to like be an alcoholic. And I'm like, is there like, what are the other paths like?
I liked that.
None of us do,
that
Chief.
alcoholic path.
Yeah.
None of us.
Yeah.
Well, full circle because Telltale. Well, Telltale's Walking Dead.
Yeah. Same publisher though.
They were Walking Dead because now we're published by Skybound. Yeah.
Oh, true.
Full circle.
Hopefully, you guys.
I'll be the annoying guy to do like the classic thing and just be like, thank you for supporting like this kind of a game. We are very like word of mouth right now, and like it's hard to get these kind of games seen. So like anybody watching, if you know anyone who might like this game, give us a shout out because we appreciate it.
Yeah, 100%. I told everyone as soon as I finished, like it's only $10 on Steam, and this is one of those experiential games that, you know, watching it is one thing, but like this, you literally physically have to go through it. This isn't a game like you play it and you watch it happen. You're like, oh, it's kind of sad. You physically have to. Your body like reacts as you're going through this. So that alone was worth the money. So definitely recommend trying it yourself.
Thank you.
Thanks all.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks so much for this. This was awesome.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, chat. You guys rock.
No,
it was really nice seeing everybody's reaction.
Keep watching this and make your game.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Okay, peace, guys.
Bye.
All right, Keenan. Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah.
And take care.
Bye
now.
Well, guys, that was pretty wholesome, if I say so myself. Good devs, good Devons. Also, I don't know if you guys heard when they said they watched this whole thing. Like 5 of them. There were 5 Devons this entire time in chat. So, you know, be a little self-aware when you're like yelling, oh, furry, woo, 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 when you see like the little, the ferryman. There are 5 Devons looking at you going, SMH this guy. Anyway, well, I was planning on doing more stuff tonight, but I kind of don't want to after this. I think this is a pretty nice stream on its own, so I may wrap up here, but I'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow we've got, actually, I think I'll be doing some VR horror maps tomorrow. And then potentially VR Chat RP and a few other things. So that should be fun. I'm also preparing for a new series in Kenshi next week, potentially. And this one's going to be special because we, myself and a viewer who was kind enough to reach out to me, we've developed a custom mod for me. that is going to be our own unique start that will involve a whole lot of, you know, basically there's a whole narrative that I've got in my head that we can do. So we're going to go ahead and make that a thing. So I am also, we're looking at maybe adding an audience interactive layer to it as well. Because I'm crazy enough that I just want to keep adding new shit. So it's gonna be funky. LA Kenshi mod. All right, son of a bitch. And then of course, Pokemon's gonna be on Sunday. Kalos Rose on Friday. And I forget what else. Got a couple other things. Got a busy week. Oh yeah. Saturday we got D&D. We also have another permadeath series that's going to start pretty soon. With the same audience interactive stuff as Pokemon. So if you guys want to watch that, you'll be able to be cast as the characters and all that good stuff. So much content. Oh yeah, and I won't forget about the Mass Effect 2 randomizer. Promise that. Okay. We're gonna wrap up for tonight, but I will send you guys over to Momo, who... What's Momo doing? They're doodling. Just a little bit of doodling. Give her a nice old rat raid from us. I would love to see more streamers play this game. So if she asks, you know, obviously don't like push, but if other people are asking, I would encourage them to try this. You know, bring it up when you're in other people's streams if they're looking for something to play, or want to, you know, try something indie. I think it'd be a lot of fun, especially like man, a VTuber playing this game would be really interesting. Oh man, although it might be tricky because of the webcam being used by the game. Might be a little tricky. Alex played a few days ago? Oh, I gotta check the VOD. They have real faces? Yeah, I know that. But they don't show their real faces via webcam. And I had to use the in-games webcam. I don't use a separate webcam, okay? Actually, you know what? Maybe... Oh, there might be a way of doing this. It might be a way of... If you set the webcam to the output that comes from the VTuber application, then it will track the blinking from that. Ooh. That would be fancy. Okay, I have to talk about that. We'll see. I'll check with the devs. This was a special stream. I'm glad you think so. I thought so as well. All right. Have a good time. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching. And hope you guys are doing well. You know? You are loved. You are valued. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this community. I am blessed that I can do this as a job. So I will I'll see you guys next time, okay? All right. Take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.